I'll be back at 1:45. Okay.
Give it a couple more minutes for like any other stragglers to get in.
Does anybody know who this is?
Yeah, it's not here. Yeah.
They're not here.
Skip them. So that's all we really can do. We can't wait for them.
No, we can skip around if we have to.
We can't, we can't. It's the reason for somebody. It's like, Joe, or
It is important, I'm not saying skip it all together. but-
yeah, so we'll go.
You got it. You're all right.
Hi, how are you today?
Bye.
What brings you here today?
My mother.
Your mother? Why did your mother bring you here today?
I have no friends.
No
I
friend?
have no friends.
That's why your mother brought you here?
Yes.
Do you think you have no friends?
I have one good friend. I have one good friend that I always talk to on my computer.
Yeah? What's your friend's name?
I don't know. My best friend. She's my best friend. We like Fleetwood Mac.
Okay. Do you know why your mom thinks you have no friends when you have this best friend? Does your mom know about your best friend?
She knows about my best friend.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Then why'd she send you here if you have that best friend?
I'm very uncomfortable right now. I really don't like being around people.
Does it make it easier that you're friends through the computer? Does that make you
That's very
feel better?
comfortable. That's very comfortable. I keep the computer protected. Nobody can see the computer because you can read your thoughts on the computer. People
Yeah.
can read your thoughts on the computer. And it's very uncomfortable.
So you make sure that you're the only one who can see them?
Yes.
What would you do if you met your friend in person? Would that make you uncomfortable too, even though that you're best friends with them?
Yes. Because my thoughts are private and nobody has any right to hear my thoughts. Because, you know, coming here means that you can read my thoughts. And my thoughts are my thoughts. And even though a circle of angels gathered around my head, and this is what they said, come sail away, come sail away, come and sail away with me.
The angel said
That's
that?
what they said.
Do you see the angels a lot?
No, I don't see it.
No.
No. I'm not crazy.
I don't think you're crazy. So you don't understand why your mom brought you here, even though that you have this friend?
It's not right. People will tell you what to do all the time. The government tells you what to do. It's not right. You know, you can tell yourself what to do by looking in the cards. And the cards will tell you what to do.
Do you look at the cards a lot?
You know, the tarot cards have a lot of value. They're important and they're meaningful. And you can look at what you have to do by doing a tarot. And that's all you have to do.
Does it make you mad that your mom brought you here?
I don't care either way.
So with the tarot cards, does your mom not believe you with them, or?
My mom doesn't believe anything. My mom is not a good person.
Why do you say your mom's not a good person?
Because she's always been pushing me. She's always been there. Always had trouble in school. She always tells me, you have trouble in school.
Do you not feel like she's just doing that out of love?
How can you tell the motives of people, you know? It's not right.
Do you think she's doing this to be unfair to you?
Yes. The world is unfair. Don't they always tell you that? The world is unfair. What goes up must come down.
Is it just your mother that's mean to you, or
Everybody.
everybody? Other than having no friends, what's been on your mind recently?
You know what's been on my mind. It's what's on everybody's mind. Taxes are due. The war's all over the place. Government's getting in your stuff. Patriot Act is there. Now they're gonna help us find representatives, and we have to pay for their campaigns. Now government lets businesses pay for campaigns. Not fair.
Does it scare you how much power the government has?
I'm suspicious.
Why does it make you suspicious?
They're in my stuff. They're in your stuff. They're in everybody's stuff. You gotta watch. Gotta be careful.
That's why you make sure that they can't see what you talk about with your
That's right.
friends? What sort of things do you and your friend talk about?
Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah? You both like them?
Rihanna was a witch. You gotta be careful of the witches because they can control you. So we talk about that.
What makes you think Rihanna's a witch?
It says it in the Fleetwood Mac song.
Oh. Do you think people like that, like, steal your thoughts and those are the people that get in your head?
No. It's crazy. Nobody can steal your thoughts.
Do you think they can hear your thoughts?
No.
No? Thank you for your time. She's gonna ask you a few questions now. Hopefully, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Do you work at all?
I have a job.
What do you do?
I clean I clean office buildings.
Okay.
I work at night. That's why I can be here right now. I'm very good. I've been doing it for 20 years. I'm 54.
You don't look 54. Do you like your job?
I like my job. Who wouldn't like their job? Jobs are important. Cleaning people and cleaning their things is important.
Do you work with anyone?
No,
No.
I do it all myself.
Okay. Has anything happened at work recently?
No, nothing happens at work. That's a good thing.
Okay.
Because when you're in somebody else's place, they can figure out what you're doing. You have to be really careful. And so it's good to clean because you can clean up after yourself and no one ever knows you were there. And they don't even know they were there. Everything is put back where it's supposed to be.
Okay. Have you had any big events lately? Good or bad? No? Have you gotten any good news or bad news lately?
No, do you know something about my life?
No.
Gotta be careful because everybody knows everybody else's stuff.
Are there any current stressors in your life?
Coming here, I don't know why I have to come here, picking at me and asking me questions, wanting to know stuff.
I just want to get to know you better,
Why?
to help you. Tell me more about your friend. Your best friend.
We like Fleetwood Mac.
Yes.
We like The Who.
The Who.
Athena. I had no idea how much I'd need her.
So you like music. You like to talk about music.
Music from the 80s. Very important.
It's important to you. Are there any other things that are important to you?
Keeping to myself.
Keeping to yourself? You like your alone time?
Talking to myself and feeling old. Sometimes I'd like to quit. Nothing ever seems to fit. Hanging around. What my life is about.
Have you always liked to be alone?
Yes,
Yes.
it's important. You gotta self-develop. You can only do that when you're on your own. People are nosy.
Mm. Do you have anybody else in your life yet to talk to?
I don't need anybody else in my life. My mother thinks I need other people in my life.
Do you have any family members you're close to besides your mother? Or...
I have 3 sisters. They're all older than me, and I think one of them is in the hospital.
Oh. Do you know why?
She's crazy.
Do you know what does she
She's
have?
crazy. I don't have anything to do with her. She's crazy.
When's the last time you spoke?
Years, probably. Years.
Do you have any boyfriend?
No. Complications. Too complicated.
Any
They're
pets?
nosy.
No, no pets. What do you like to do for fun?
Listen to music from the 80s.
Anything else?
I like being on the computer.
Would you like to do anything else on the computer besides talk to your friend?
No.
No? When did you first notice the angels speaking to you?
They're just in a song.
Yeah.
So when you listen to the song, there they are in your head.
Did it happen recently, or was it before, early in your life?
circled around my head. They said, come sail away, come sail away, come and sail away with me. It's in the song. Do you know the song?
Yes.
There you go. I'm not crazy. Not seeing things, not hearing things.
She's gonna take over, ask you 3 questions. Hello.
I'm gonna ask you some simple questions about yourself. Can you tell me what race you are?
I'm white.
So you're Caucasian.
I'm white.
Okay. What do you consider yourself to be gender-wise?
I'm not crazy.
I know
I'm
you're
female.
Have you ever been married?
No,
Never? Have you ever dated anybody?
no. Complicated.
Why is it complicated?
Because people are nosy. Men are nosy.
You don't think they want to be friends or more than that?
No.
So I take it you don't have any children?
No.
No children. Do you like kids?
No.
You don't like kids?
Stay away from them. They're real nosy and they climb all over you and touch you and want to get in your stuff.
Are you ever around kids?
No. I try not to be. They're nosy and
How are your relationships with your sisters? You said
I'm
that
not
earlier.
around my sisters. Nobody lives at home but me and my mother. And one sister's in the hospital.
What is she in the hospital for?
I don't know.
Your mom
She's
knows.
crazy. She never comes home. She never comes out. They probably have electrodes in her head and trying to get the crazy out of her.
Where did you hear that at?
I don't know. I'm smart. I can figure it out.
Do you have any friends at work? And you talk about working.
I work by
alone.
myself. That's how I can do my job, by working by myself.
Do you enjoy working by yourself?
Yeah, everything gets cleaned up. I'm good at what I do.
Do you ever notice anything that might happen to you that doesn't happen to other people?
I think that I can, think that I can be special. I'm special.
How are you special?
I can have a way with the universe. You know, you have to know the meaning of the universe, and I know the meaning of the universe.
What's the meaning?
I don't think everybody can do that.
I don't. What's the meaning of the universe?
You're gonna have to figure that out yourself.
So you want to tell me more about your relationship with your mother?
She's a honky-tonk woman. You bet, you bet, you bet, honky-tonk babe.
Do you ever get along with her? Do you remember any good times you had with her?
No. She's just always there. Always there. She's there, morning, noon, and night.
You ever go outside with her,
No.
play games?
I don't want to be with her. I don't want to be around her. I'm not fond of people.
Want to tell me more about your friends online? Do Do you know? Is it a boy or is it a girl?
Well, her name is female. You never know with people online what they really are, do you? They could be anything. They could be a federal agent. They could be from another planet. Because they've been down here before.
Who's been down here?
Aliens have been down here before. You know about Roswell and Locker 51 and
I don't. Can you tell me about those?
they've come down here a long time ago, probably in 1940s or something. And who knows what they've done? I don't know. I don't know. They've been probably here since. And
You think any aliens are down here right now?
possible. Make enough movies about it. They seem to know about it.
All right, well, that's all I have for you. Somebody will be able to speak with you shortly.
Hello. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. So I wanted to just talk to you about any past history you've had with anything. Have you ever had any past psychological, psychiatric problems that you recall?
All through school. All through school. Elementary school. Acacia, you're a weirdo. Acacia, you're a weirdo.
Do those mean things make you feel down or cause you to have any anxiety, depression, or anything?
I don't like being around people.
Yeah.
I guess you can see why.
Have you had any past treatments for any psychological
My
problems? or
mother tries to get me in here. I was here once before.
Do you remember how long ago that was?
No.
Has she tried to take you to any other institutions to see what's wrong?
Same place as my sister.
Do you know where that's at?
I don't know where that's at. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. I'm sure you know where it is.
Do you remember how long ago she tried to take you there?
When she took my sister, she took me.
But
They
you
kept
don't-
her and they said, go free. Free bird. A free bird. And this bird you cannot change.
Did any of the past clinicians ever diagnose you with anything that you remember?
No,
No?
no, they try to get in my brain and I'm not letting them.
You're not letting
It's
them in
my
your brain?
private, no, it's my private stuff. It's crazy.
Could I ask for your permission to contact these previous clinicians?
I don't know what good it's gonna do. Sure. They don't have anything anyway.
Other than your sister, does anybody else in your family have any psychological impairments of any kind?
I don't know, my dad was in the hospital a lot.
Do you remember what for?
It was the crazy hospital. His body wasn't sick. His mind was sick.
Do you remember them diagnosing him with anything?
Nobody ever told me anything. It's private stuff. They said it's private. It's none of your business, Acacia. It's none of my business.
Has your family had any events where they struggled to get along?
Life is a struggle. Everybody struggles. Nobody's expected to get along. It's not a crazy family. My sister was always out around doing crazy things.
So you never go along with your sister?
Had to share a room with her. I drew a line in the middle of the room. Said, do not cross this line. Don't touch me. Don't talk to me.
All right, well, someone else is going to ask you some questions. Thank you for your time, okay?
Hey, Acacia. How are you doing today?
How are you?
I'm well. Noticed you aren't telling me how you're doing. Is there a song that might be able to describe how you're feeling? I know you were singing a little earlier today.
It's songs from the 80s. They're very important. They speak to us about life, and they are understandable to everyone.
Is there one that speaks about your life right now?
I'm going to have to contemplate that, put it through my processes.
Okay. Now,
Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard, but everything is easy 'cause of you.
So now I know you said that in that song that life was hard. Do you feel life is hard right now?
It's hard because my mother's making me come here. I'm missing a meeting with my friend on the computer.
Well, I want to make sure that you're safe. Have you ever threatened yourself?
Threatened myself.
Have you ever wanted to hurt yourself?
No.
No. Do you have any hopelessness about the present or the future? Do you have any hope?
What do I hope for? What's the hope about? What does it involve? Hope is a concept that can apply to the universe, and the universe takes care of itself.
What do you feel is your place in the universe? Do you feel you have a place?
I'm here. I think that's evidence that I have a place.
Have you ever thought about hurting someone else?
No.
No.
That would mean that people need to come close enough. I'm not gonna let that happen.
Has anyone ever tried to hurt you?
No.
Okay.
That line in the room was followed, and then she was gone.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine with me.
Are you happy with your life?
I don't think that matters either way. You know, right? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Have you ever wanted to kill yourself?
No.
No. Okay. Good. Do you have a habit of falling? Can you be clumsy sometimes?
I haven't hurt myself.
Good. So it's you and your mom at home,
It's me and my mom.
and you have a meeting with your friend. What time were you supposed to meet with your friend?
I'm hoping to meet with her once we get out of here. I want to get out of here.
You want to get out of here?
I want to get out of here.
All right, well, my part's done. I think that you're pretty good, so someone else will come in soon, and hopefully we'll get you out of here soon so you can meet up with your friend, okay?
Talking to a lot of people, I'm hoping this information has some value.
It does. Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Rachel, and I know that a lot of people have been talking to you, and this has been taking a while, and I can understand why you'd want to get out of here. So I'm just going to be brief. I have just a few questions, pretty basic, just about your medical history. So I know we've been talking a lot about your life and your friend and what's been going on in your head, but I'd like to know physically, how have you been feeling?
Pretty good.
Good, good. No aches, pains, or anything like that? That's good.
Other than getting old.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's, that's normal.
Talking to myself, feeling old. Sometimes I'd like to quit. Nothing ever seems to fit.
Are you or have you been on any medications?
I take a vitamin.
Vitamins?
It's important to have all of your vitamins because none of the food these days has any nutritional value. The government has seen to that. You know, they consider ketchup a vegetable for the school. That's really ridiculous.
I agree that they did count ketchup as a vegetable in my school, so imagine it wasn't very delicious. What about in your family? I know you said you had a couple of family members in the hospital.
My father's dead.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do you know how long ago he died?
5 years ago.
Do you know
He had a heart
why?
attack. He had a heart attack.
How's your mother's health?
Fine.
And do you know about your other sisters, how they are physically? Any of them have any diseases or anything that you know of?
My sister's crazy. I'm sure that's gotten to her brain. I'm sure all of her brain is all dead and gone by now.
Have you ever had to go to the hospital in your life?
I broke my leg when I was 7.
How did that happen?
I was in a tree. I was way up in the tree. And it started to sway and I fell. It's pretty stupid.
Did you like to climb trees when you were a kid?
I do. I like to climb them now.
Do you do anything in the tree or do you just like to sit?
I listen to 80s music. It's important. It has a lot of messages, tells you how to live your life, gives you the meaning of the universe.
All right, well, that's all that I have. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good day.
Hello, Ms. Freeman. How are you today? My name's Brian. This is Matt. We're going to ask you a couple of questions. I realize you've been here for a while, but we actually have the easy questions. Nothing too nosy. These are just basic questions that you can answer for us, okay?
That's good.
Would you like some water?
No, thank you. None of your water.
What's that?
I don't want any of your water.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm going to recite a series of numbers, and if you could, can you repeat them back to me forwards and backwards?
I can't do that.
Okay. 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6.
Backwards, please.
6, 5, 4.
Thank you.
25 or 6 to 4.
Who sings that?
3 Dog Night.
Nice.
Chicago. It was Chicago.
I'm going to ask you a word and ask you to spell the word. Can you do that for me?
I can.
Can you spell the word?
I don't know if I want to, but I can.
Can you spell the word world, please?
W-O-R-L-D.
Can you spell backwards now?
D-L-R-O-W.
Very good, thank you. We're going to do a numbers game again, okay? I'm going to ask you to start with 100, and from 100 go backwards 7 until you can't go no more. So subtract 7 from 100, and so on. Just as far as you can go.
100, 93, 86, 79, 72, 65, 50, 58, 51,
Thank you, that was very good. You still okay?
I'm
Okay. Another numbers game. Starting with the number 20, subtract 3 from 20, then go backwards. Same thing we did, just lower numbers.
17, 14, 11, 8, 5, 2, -1, -4, -7,
Keep going.
-10, -13, -16, -19, -22,
Okay.
-25.
That's good, thank you. That's way better than I could have done. Can you also do another numbers game? Just simple addition. You ready? Add 15 plus 12, and then plus 7.
15 plus 12 is 27, plus 7 is 34.
Can you multiply these next two numbers for me?
What are the next two numbers?
25 times 6.
150. 150.
You said you have a job, yes?
I do have a job. I work full-time.
So
I'm
you-
there almost every night.
You make money?
I do.
This one should be real easy for you. If something costs 78 cents and you give the cashier $1, how much change should you get back?
Dollar minus 78 cents. 22 cents. This is like third grade math.
You're doing good. Okay, we're gonna switch up on you. Okay, we're gonna go from math and I'm gonna ask you a couple memory questions, okay?
Sure. I have a great memory.
Great. Do you remember my name?
Brian.
Very good, thank you. Medications you took today?
Yeah. I took a multivitamins.
Multivitamin. And one more question for me, then Matt's gonna take over, okay? What time was your appointment with us today?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Okay, hi, Ms. Freeman. My name's Matt. I'm going to ask you some questions. Just answer them to the best of your ability. Do you remember where you were when Kennedy was shot?
I was 4 years old, so I was at home. It was a ridiculous time, and Lee Harvey Oswald did not act alone.
Who do you
The
think?
Cubans were behind it
Cubans.
because the Cuban Missile Crisis was about to go down. Nobody wants to shoot the communists. Nobody wants to take care of the communists. But you gotta take care of the communists. They're gonna take over the world. They're in China, they're in Cuba. Afghanistan is having elections today, and
Okay, let's go to the next one. I'm going to ask you to remember 3 words for me.
huh?
I'm going to ask you to remember 3 words, and then later I'm going to ask you to repeat them back. The 3 words are red, chair, and camel. Can you repeat those words for me now?
Red chair camel.
Correct. Okay. Can you name the last 5 presidents?
Hey! Remember Mike? It's Mikey! Hey, it's Wednesday!
Okay. Can you name the last 5 presidents, starting with the current president right now?
Barack Obama,
Okay.
George Bush, another Bush,
Okay.
Clinton, Jimmy Carter. Best president we ever had.
Carter was the best.
Best president we ever had.
Can you tell me how these objects are similar? How is an apple and an orange similar?
They are both fruit.
Okay. How about a table and a chair?
They are both furniture.
Okay. And how about a watch and a ruler?
They both measure.
Okay. Thank you.
Time after time.
Ms. Freeman, could you repeat the 3 words that I gave you earlier?
A red chair camel.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Someone else will be in to ask you a few questions.
Hello, my name's Nikki. I just want to talk to you a little bit about some other stuff we haven't gotten yet from talking to you, like about your family. Like,
My father is dead. My sister is crazy, and my mother bugs me.
Are all of your sisters crazy or just the one?
I don't know. The other two are gone. They don't live with us anymore. They're gone. They're older than me. They have their own lives. The universe has their own special path for them. It's none of my business.
Did you get along with those two sisters in your childhood?
They were so far different than me, so much older. Our lives did not even overlap. The universe had a different plan entirely for them. Two circles that never touched, going around and around, don't have any influence on each other, and just go their own ways.
And did you have any friends whenever you were a young child?
No, Acacia, you're a weirdo. Acacia, you're a weirdo.
None of your classmates were nice to you?
No.
None of your teachers?
They taught me things. Things you need to know. Answered that guy's questions, right? So I know things.
Yes, you did. You did very well. Do you know about when your mom was pregnant with you, like if she had any problems during the pregnancy?
How would I know? I was very young at the time.
And then, whenever you were in like middle school, still didn't get along with your classmates?
I kept away from my classmates. It's a survival tactic. Timothy, Timothy, we were all looking at you. Timothy, Timothy, God, what did we do?
Were you raised with like any religion specifically?
The Holy Roman Catholic Church has a special power that keeps the family together no matter what.
Are you still a practicing
I
Catholic?
am not a practicing Catholic.
When did you stop being a practicing Catholic?
When I found out that you have to give money to the church.
And that bothered you?
Isn't it another way that they can control you?
Did it feel wrong to you that,
It's always wrong for them to have control over you. Only the universe can control you. It has its own special path for you, and you can determine that for yourself. Not the government, not the church, not the Pope.
and have you ever been in the military at all?
No, I have not. I would never do that.
Had you finished high school?
Barely.
So you didn't attend college or any other education like that? And have you ever had any legal problems? You having to sue someone else?
I would
then
never
suing
do
you?
that.
You never been arrested or anything?
No.
Alrighty, that's about all the questions I have for you. Somebody else will be in here to wrap up the interview. Thank you for your time.
Hello, Mrs. Freeman. I'm going to ask you a few more questions.
Miss Freeman, I'm here to take you back. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Thank you for your time.